Hey guys, welcome back to some more Pikmin. In this port, we got some hope, so we're going over to this, well, Forest of Hope.
Wait, when did we pick up Hope?
He was hanging out.
Yeah, we found it up in the sky.
Just like, you should have had the the title cards from SpongeBob, like Day 2.
Well, I don't want to have day, because that means we're in some trouble.
I can't count. I can't count past 3.
So this is a little tutorial basically saying how now you can take out your Pikmin. Just stand under a light and press A. Here's a menu. Pull them out.
Do you want to deposit your Pikmin in the bank of Onion?
Yeah, let me deposit all 0, thank you. It's like real life. When the bank asks you for your money and you're like, do you take dust bunnies?
Yeah, especially this week.
That was something you didn't talk about day 1, is one shot in the plants.
Yeah, because we didn't really have a good chance really to see many plants in the impact crater, but here, yeah, there's a lot more flowers that we can hit, so if you're just like attacking the base, it takes a while because they do have a health bar, but if you hit like the peak of the pellet on these flowers, then it'll destroy them in one shot.
Super useful.
Oh yeah, it's actually not that hard to do too. It could be a little awkward for aiming the Pikmin there, but if you miss, just keep on throwing Pikmin. It's either you're gonna get it eventually, or the Pikmin you have attacking the flower busts it down in no time anyways.
Yeah, it takes like I think 4 hits.
Yeah.
Beat on that wall, Pikmin.
Dude, their poor head.
Yeah, really. Why don't you guys just use your fists? That'd probably be better instead of all the brain damage. Yeah, so we get introduced to a new creature here. That's a little Bulborb.
Just a baby.
A little baby. Yeah, it kind of sleeps with its eyes open, we'll just say. Gotta keep it
Are you
combat friendly.
taking its corpse to your ship?
Yep. Gotta harvest it.
Why? What's it got to harvest? Meat, I guess? I don't know.
I mean, have you seen that booty? There's a lot of meat to harvest.
Have you seen that booty?
That booty popping,
That-
look at it.
Booty is life. Bulborbs booty is life.
I mean, you haven't seen the other one over there. Look at that big one. That's a big Bulborb booty.
Dang, that Bulborb is thick.
Lester, I want you to put in the Aku meme. Just like, I want this extra thick.
So we don't just get Pikmin from bringing back these pellets. You can also kill the enemies in the field and bring them back to the onions too, and they will also sprout Pikmin. So anytime you kill an enemy, you just usually want to throw Pikmin on there as well, just to bring them back.
Oh man, it don't even get the res. You gotta take its corpse
You're
too.
taking its corpse too. You're just, Are you sure these enemies are the one that's hostile, Lester?
That's what I'm saying! The uprising has started!
You gotta do whatever it takes to go home, which may include mass genocide here.
Death to Bulborbs.
Looks like we got a little bit of a traffic jam. I don't know who's gonna go first, the 10 or the 1. Oh, but now there's gonna be a Bulborb.
I've never seen that before.
Lester, are you sure that Olamar's not a fascist? He's just conquering lands at this point.
That's awesome. I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, neither have I, and I'm like, can I just please get these things in my onion?
Get out of the way!
There you go. All they needed to do was pull the 10 pellet back for a second, but no, the Pikmin just really wanted to get it in there.
I gotta get in there!
Let me in.
That Heracon just let me in. Let me in!
Lester, you're not even helping.
He's in the way.
He smacked that booty. That Bulborb booty.
Olimar does his part. He tells him to rush the booty. That's the most that Olimar does. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty. He doesn't want me committed for this mass genocide. If he doesn't do the murdering, then he's fine.
Hey, wait a minute. Somebody spoke like that before. Oh god, what was that hippie's name? I can't think of.
But
Charles. something. Oh well. I can't think of it.
Go get that corpse. It's plaguing this place.
Charles Manson, that's what it was.
Charles Manson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't think of it.
Omar's the new Charles Manson.
Oh no!
Oh, where's that?
This is getting real dark real fast.
Oh my gosh.
When will the murders stop?
When everyone's dead.
I love how the Bulborbs haven't done anything yet at this point.
They just napping.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they've done. They're in my way. They're napping. That's a crime.
Lester, go get those fish in the water.
Oh man, that'd be a pain to fish those things out to dry land. It is possible, but not fun. And it's not worth it because they drop like 1 Pikmin pellet, so they give you 1 Pikmin, what's the point? So you guys can just take that fuel source back to base. I'm gonna get me some new friends. These guys have served a good purpose, but I don't like the color red anymore. I need to get me some yellow Pikmin here soon.
I want to have a conglomerate army.
It's not so segregated now. You are mixing it out.
Your reds and yellows.
The reds and yellows.
I mean, too bad there's no green Pikmin in this game, because that actually would have been fitting to replace them with yellow, because then you have RGB. Red, blue, green.
That would have been really cool.
Now we have this stupid yellow one for like what, composite? One of the worst video signals in existence? It gave us the worst color.
Hey, he's trying his best. Gosh darn it.
Going good for light gun games now, I'm sorry. Go S video or higher. It looks good. So, the yellow Pikmin here are different, where you can actually use these guys to throw them up at a higher height, because those ears mean that apparently they're better in the air, so they can go higher.
They're aerodynamic.
Yeah, I don't know how those ears make them aerodynamic, but we'll go with it. But more importantly, they can also carry bomb rocks too. They're the only Pikmin type that can carry bomb rocks, and in fact, this was not originally how things were supposed to go. Early in development, they were thinking about having all the Pikmin types carry bomb rocks, but they just settled on yellows only to be able to carry these bombs. They changed this later in the series by allowing all the Pikmin to carry bomb rocks though. So it was just a one-time thing.
It wasn't the issue that the yellows didn't do enough in this game. Like later on, they have more purpose.
Yeah. Like really, in this game, top tier Pikmin are the red Pikmin because you're using them for everything. Because red Pikmin in this game do double damage. So they're your attackers, they're immune to fire, which there's a good amount of fire hazards in this game. So you're just always using red Pikmin for something. Yellows you're mainly using just for like bomb rocks.
So what do the corpses do? Like, what do you do with the corpses again? They just
give me more Pikmin.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's also why I left a bunch of corpses near the yellow onion. Because this is a really out-of-the-way onion right now, so if I want to start growing yellows, having things next to it is more preferred.
There's not really any yellow hazards in this game, right? I don't recall there being like a electric.
No, not in this one. They did change that with Pikmin 2 and onwards, where yellow Pikmin were immune to like electricity. Although actually they kind of changed it, I think, again with Pikmin 3, because that hazard was kind of nerfed a lot. Because it was a little too much in Pikmin 2.
I gotta finish Pikmin 3. I've never finished that one yet.
Yeah, I was like 10 days in, I haven't finished it either. But the longest time, the thing that was putting me off was my gamepad battery dying in like 30 minutes, so I didn't have enough time to really play through a day. So now I can actually play through multiple days in Pikmin 3 without having to worry about it, since I had to just recently replace that thing's battery. I also have to recently replace like the CMOS battery in the system too, because my system clock would always be 3 months off.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, so I just had to replace that too. I just had that thing from 2014. Meanwhile, my launch Wii is doing better on battery. How?
Oh God.
Like, what happened? You guys put cheaper batteries in the Wii U?
Wasn't
I
it
believe
yesterday that Cat Akers posted something on Twitter about how it's so scary? He hadn't turned his GameCube on in years, but the internal clock was right still.
Yeah, like that thing's battery is still going. Mine's the same way. Like, I haven't turned that thing on in a while. I rarely use the GameCube now, since I'm always using the Wii for stuff. but the battery's still good, so the date's accurate.
I gotta get ROM on my Wii so I can just kind of transfer over all my GameCube games onto it. But I've been putting that off for a while.
Yeah, it's a process.
I've been too lazy.
Well, when you work for a living, you get tired when you go.
Oh yeah.
This is the way of being adults.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah! I hate my life.
Also the way of being adults. Yay! Kill me, please.
Kill me, please. I'm ready to.
So we're gonna do a little bit of like a sequence break here.
Oh no.
So you're not supposed to be able to get to this bridge for a while, but you can throw Red Pikmin in the water and call them back like this, and you can make this easily. You can also do this with yellows, but I just find this a little bit easier to do with reds. So for the rest of the day, these guys are just gonna be working on this bridge. And by the time the day's over, that bridge is gonna basically be down. You're not supposed to do that until you have one more type of Pikmin, the blue Pikmin, because they can survive water. And you're supposed to use them to get over to that bridge.
Now, how come you only put a couple over there? Why don't you put more?
Because I don't want them all to drown. I can only get over like 5 reliably. When the bridge is closer, then I'll just like throw Pikmin over, because that's not that bad.
I get you.
So we did hit a cap here. As you can see, there's only 100 Pikmin on the field at once. The game caps them out at 100. The rest can still grow, but they grow inside the onions. So at this point, whenever I want to grow Pikmin, I'm going to have 100 on the field, because I don't want to keep on plucking them. But they'll still grow inside the onion and be ready to be used.
It's very nice. You don't have to pluck them every time.
Yeah, this works in all the games, so if you just want more Pikmin, but you don't want to sit there pressing the A button for like 5 minutes, then have 100 Pikmin on the field.
Oh no, Lester. Oh, okay, he didn't stay on there.
Yeah, luckily not. I swear the AI with the bomb rocks got better in the Wii port, because in the GameCube version, sometimes a Pikmin will just drop a bomb rock and it would just explode on impact.
Yep. Or in that
Exactly.
situation, the Pikmin would normally like hit their head on the rock wall and be like, "Oh, I can't do this," even though there's a bomb right next to him.
Yeah.
Why would you stay there?
Another issue with the GameCube version too is if you whistled bomb rock Pikmin, they would all drop their bomb rocks. They fixed that for the Wii one, so now when you whistle them, they don't drop the bombs immediately.
It's so frustrating.
That was the biggest problem the original had. They fixed this for later versions because people hated it.
Oh, a nice thing though is when you would like separate the Pikmin though, the Pikmin holding the bombs would go in like their own little spot.
Yeah, so another change with the Wii port is that in the GameCube version, whatever Pikmin you had in your hand, you're committed to that. You can't change them. Starting in Pikmin 2, they allowed you to swap whatever Pikmin you were holding with, I believe, the D-pad. So the Wii version also implemented that same update. So now you just press the B button and cycle through your Pikmin.
So you're telling me that the GameCube version is probably the worst version to play at this point?
I mean, it technically is. It's still a fine version of the game, but there's a lot of improvements that this version made. It just makes it hard for me to go back to GameCube now.
Guess we gotta get the Wii version.
Yeah, we gotta get the Weaver.
I mean, Pikmin nowadays isn't really that hard to find, no matter what platform you're getting it for. And I believe the Wii versions aren't that expensive.
Did you kill a new type of enemy earlier?
Yeah, so over in this section, they introduced Sheargrubs and Shearwigs, so the purple one, I believe, is the Sheargrub, and that's what we killed.
Okay.
I don't like them. I don't like them at all. They're still glitched in this version. If they get a Pikmin in their mouth, they're guaranteed to eat it. No matter what. Even if you kill it, it can still kill your Pikmin after it's dead.
Those jaws are a death sentence.
Yeah. It's really unforgiving.
Man, the day's already almost over.
Yeah.
Well, they go quick.
Oh yeah, they do. Like, technically the in-game timer is roughly like 15 minutes. So these days aren't that long.
No. Such a good game, though. I love
yeah.
this game.
It's
Look
really
at
No
all
time to eat or
flowers.
sleep.
Yeah, so we let these Pikmin stay in the ground for long enough, so they actually got the bloom. If you leave your Pikmin in the ground for, I think it's like 5 minutes or something like that, then they start to bud and then flower. So leaves are slow. They they really have a hard time moving, and they can trip pretty occasionally. Buds move a little bit quicker, and I believe they don't trip as often. And then flowers just like never trip, and they're really fast. So you want flower Pikmin right away. There's another way to get these flower Pikmin, so I'm not gonna let them grow to get into their flower state. So we'll be showing it off probably like in the next day. At least we got our radar back, so now we can actually use our map, which is a really helpful thing. You want this part as soon as possible, especially on a first playthrough.
The whimsical radar.
Yeah, so this allows you to see all the ship parts in an area on your map. So you can easily pause the game, look at the map, and just see how much in general you have left to do.
It is so nice.
You have like a limited amount of time before those Pikmin drown if they hit the water.
Yeah, but every time you whistle them, it actually resets their drowning timer, so just keep on whistling and they won't drown.
Oh, okay.
There's really not much left for us to really do here. So just, at this point, mainly just focus on that bridge and bring you back whatever pellets are around the land to get more Pikmin. And we really want to make sure we call all of our yellow Pikmin, because we don't want them standing out here. Because they're going to count as outside the base, and if you leave any Pikmin behind, then they're just gone for good. They die. And we don't want that.
They get eaten at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Look at that little red one trying to blend in.
I'm a yellow Pikmin, I swear. I can carry that bomb rock.
Oh,
It just wears a yellow mask, but you can easily tell it's a red Pikmin by turning around. So what Omar here is saying is actually true. If you leave any Pikmin on the field, like I said earlier, they will die at the end of the day, but if they're in the ground, still waiting to be plucked, they're safe, and they'll still be there the next day. In fact, they should be blooming at that point, because I've had Pikmin, when I've left behind, go from like leaf state to flower states, or even a bud, in the next day.
Oh, okay.
So you can also just, effective strategy, just leave the Pikmin in the ground if it's the end of the day, so they can survive.
There is like a rare chance where they don't die though, right? You just gotta go find them the next day.
Yeah, sometimes you can just have a Pikmin just kind of out in the field. It's kind of weird, but it's more or less because if you had a Pikmin there that was a flower and they died, their flower actually leaves behind a seed, which allows you to get another Pikmin from it. So we're going to be cutting this one close.
Oh my god.
We only have 5 seconds, and remember, we still have those Pikmin on the bridge. So I'm going to leave these guys at base, and I'm just going to rush over to that bridge and whistle as fast as I can.
Oh god, that's stressful.
Because this is a lot of Pikmin. This is like 30 Pikmin over here. Oh no, it's almost half. It's 50.
Oh my god.
If I didn't get over there, we would have lost a lot of men.
I thought they were gonna start falling in the water.
Lester, you
That,
kind of close.
that does happen, but I don't think it happens there. I know that happens in the final map a lot.
Oh, that map sucks. Oh my god.
Yeah. We'll get to that one in due time.
Good final map though. I do like that boss fight.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Feel bad for him. He kind of got demoted in Pikmin 2. He kind of became a common enemy at one point.
Hey, where's my dinner?
Ah, dinner!
You gotta sprout wings to get it. Oh man, imagine that, because that would be horrifying. Because Bulborbs in the next, like, couple maps and even, like, sequel games are horrifying enough, but imagine a Bulborb with wings. Oh. Oh, thanks.
If only Mario Maker still had those costumes.
I mean, people made Pikmin maps, and it's pretty actually accurate because there is that, like, calming music in Mario Maker 2, so it's close enough.